Alright, so today I'm going to take you guys to one of my chest workouts, and this isn't what I do for every single one of my chest workouts because every single time that I train my chest, it's always changing, but this is a good representation of the 6 staple exercises that I do to train my chest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start out with cable flies high to low, just because I kind of feel like this is what's going to stretch out my chest the most and warm it up the best, as opposed to just starting out with bench press or something like that. So here we go. Is that, at least for me, training my chest is not about just going through the movements, but it's about squeezing the chest as you do each rep and flexing it. It's kind of the same principle with my abs. I don't do weighted ab training, I just do all body weight work. So that was about 15 to 20 reps. I'm not really sure how many that was, but pretty much for every single body part I train, the rep range that I go with is about 15 to 25 reps. The reason being is because I'm not training for strength, I'm training for muscle shape, muscle development. Not only that, but I feel like I can establish a better mind to muscle connection with, you know, more reps as opposed to just 6 heavy, trying to move the weight type of reps. Plus it pumps a lot more blood into the muscle. Alright, so for all the exercises that I'm going to show you guys today, I'm going to do 4 sets for every exercise. So here we go. This is my 3rd set. I do think that this is a warm-up exercise, but I'm also using it as my working sets as well. I'm sipping on some BCAAs, some creatine and glutamine, and what that's doing for me is it's helping me to, number 1, get water in the muscle with the creatine. Number 2, the BCAAs and the glutamine are kind of helping to sustain my endurance and my pump. So I'm just sipping on this throughout my entire workout. Drinking the 1-up BCAAs and the Pure Rebuild, and the Pure Rebuild is what is the creatine and glutamine combination. So I just do a scoop of each and just sip on it throughout my entire workout. Alright, last step, best set. Okay, so that was 4 sets of pec flies high to low, and my chest feels nice and stretched out and warmed up. So we're gonna move on to incline bench press. Another thing about today's chest workout is I tried to pick out 6 exercises that pretty much everybody could do no matter what gym they're at. So I'm not gonna show you some kind of crazy machine that only I have at my gym. Pretty much anybody has the ability to do this chest workout. So now moving on to incline bench. And with incline bench, half of its effectiveness comes from how you feel when you're going through the movement. So in other words, if you're gonna do incline bench and you're just gonna sit here and just go, then you're probably not gonna get much out of it. But for me, I'm only using a 45, and that's probably all I'm gonna do the whole time, because like I said, I'm just going for the feeling and for the contraction rather than trying to move the weight. So when I do this, I'm basically gonna bring the bar probably to about right here on my chest. I'm just gonna get a stretch, I'm gonna feel, and then I'm gonna contract. And I'm gonna try to establish a mind-muscle connection between my upper chest and the movement itself. So here goes. In a grip that's about probably 1 1/3 times shoulder width. Nothing too close, nothing too wide. So that felt pretty light. I probably am gonna add a 10 on each side, but that's all I'm gonna do. That's all the weight I'm gonna add. All right, second set. I normally drink a lot more water than this throughout my workout, but I've already drinking about 1.5 gallons of water today. People always ask me, like, how do you get so vascular? How do you get your veins to show and stuff like that? And yes, a lot of it is being a low body fat, but the other really important aspect of that people don't realize is you need to drink a lot of water. You need to drink a lot of water and eat a lot of carbs to get vascular. And to get a pump. Change my grip a little bit, making it a little bit wider. Alright, so just because it's a lightweight doesn't mean that you should just be blowing through every single set, you know, not tired after each set. It's still supposed to be a struggle to complete each set, but with just high reps instead of low reps. I'm gonna bump it down 10 pounds because I barely got 15 on that one and I want to stay in 15 to 25. And another quick point, I always see people saying like high reps for fat loss and low reps for weight gain. That's true to a small extent, but ultimately what the weight loss and weight gain boils down to is your diet and how hard you train. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Go for 20 reps, even if it means the last 5 reps are like partials. It's 12, I'm gonna do 8 partials. A lot of lactic acid buildup. Now we're going to move on to flat dumbbell bench. And just because I'm doing flat dumbbell bench, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to put an emphasis on using my upper chest muscle when I'm doing the flat bench. So, like I said, dumbbell flat bench, and just because it's flat bench doesn't mean that you still can't, you know, purposely try to use your upper chest when you're doing the movement. But in order to, you know, feel that, that's going to be up to you to kind of get a feel for it. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I kept my elbows tucked the whole time, and I was trying to bring the weight to about right here. I wasn't bringing it out like this and like that. Number one, that's not good for your shoulders, and number two, it doesn't lead to as effective of a contraction as opposed to tucking your elbows and just getting a nice deep stretch at the bottom. Second set. decided to go with a neutral grip, or like a hammer grip on that one, whatever you want to call it. Not for any specific reason, just because I kind of felt like it. And it gets it a little bit of a different stretch right here, as opposed to going right there. So, last set, fourth set. Move on to some dips, and dips are something that I don't only do on chest day. Honestly, even if I'm working legs, I'll just throw in a few sets of dips just because I think it's such a great exercise. Alright guys, so set number one, and I'm going with like I'm going with the wide grip, just because the narrow grip is too much strain on my skin because my triceps and my lat rub together, so plus this is better for chest anyways, to go wide. Few the only exercise tonight that you're going to see me maybe go below 15 reps, just because I can't. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up 15 reps for all the sets, but I'm going to try. So second set, and what I'm going to do for this set is I'm going to bring one of these sides in, so it's not going to be a wide grip, but it's not going to be too close of a grip either. That's third set. You guys can't really see it because I'm on this tank top, but I got a massive chest pump. Another thing to note is that I don't really keep the same pace for all my sets. Some sets and some reps I'll go nice and slow and get a good stretch. Other sets I'll go at a bit of a faster pace and kind of just trying to change it up the whole time and go off of what feels good to me in my body. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to move on to champagnes. And I call them champagnes. I've heard other people call them different stuff, but you'll see what it is. And we're going to superset it with some close grip bench push-ups as kind of a burnout, and plus with just a nice squeeze. So what I'm going to do for this exercise is I'm going to come right here. It's about 40 pounds or so. The dumbbells are going to be like this, and I'm going to be pressing inwards the whole time. I'm going to press in and out like that. And I wanted to show you guys right now because you're not going to be able to tell as much when I have the dumbbells in my hands. So there it goes. That superset I was talking about. So what this is I'm going to put my hands right here and I'm going to be pressing like that. So it's essentially the same movement, but instead of an overhead type deal, it's going to be in front of me. Careful on that one not to involve too much triceps, because your triceps are going to want to do a lot of the movement for you. But again, that's where the mind-muscle connection comes in. As far as rest time in between sets, I take about 30 to 45 seconds or longer, depending on what I feel like. The BCAAs and the glutamine and the creatine are definitely helping my recovery time. I already feel like doing the next set. So I'm going to go ahead and do that second set. 40s is a little bit too easy, so I figured I could afford to bump the weight to 50s. So for the last two sets, I'm going to go ahead and do 50 pounds. much better contraction with those 50s. Last set. The pump right now is definitely real. So now we're gonna move on to some chest flies for the last exercise. And this time, instead of going high to low, we're gonna end the workout with low to high. To kind of help target the upper chest better. Like I said, we're gonna finish the workout with another fly to kind of stretch out the pec, but also to target the upper chest. Doing it, what you're going to want to do, like I said, is you're going to want to feel for a contraction in that upper chest. So I don't really know how to explain it, exactly how to achieve that. It's just something that you're going to have to figure out kind of on your own. Alright, so second set. So, another quick point I want to make is I never really do chest flies with dumbbells. Number one, because it doesn't feel that good. And number two, because I don't believe it's as effective as cable flies are. So set number 3, same deal. Last set. Alright, so that's my chest workout complete. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys were able to pick up on some useful tips. The next workout video that I'm going to be doing, or the next most requested workout video that I got, was for shoulders. So keep an eye out for my shoulder workout coming up soon.